Welcome, my business bosses, to Business Life with Kimmi Podcast. I'm your host, Kimmi Nunnally. I'm a resource for entrepreneurs and creatives who are looking to elevate their online presence through great content. Learn real and useful business strategies that will help make you profitable. Don't forget, also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Business Life with Kimmi. I bring years of experience and know-how to the table. I will share strategies on how to create content that truly resonates with your audience and drives engagement. So tune in and enjoy the conversation. Hello, and welcome to Business Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, my business bosses, how's it going? Today I'm talking about the 5 things I hate, 5 about being an entrepreneur. And a lot of times these things are not discussed, but I'm going to tell you straight up so you can know what you're getting into as you start to build your own business, okay? So the first thing that I hate about being an entrepreneur is the financial uncertainty. I don't know how much money I'm going to make. If you have a W-2 job, as we call it as entrepreneurs, where you work 40 hours and you know every 2 weeks you're going to get $1,500 or every 2 weeks you're going to get $2,500, there is a sense of security that comes with that. Being an entrepreneur, the financial uncertainty is real. A lot of times I am still like, do I have enough money? I want to make sure I have my insurance covered. I need to make sure, is everything going to be taken care of the way that it was taken care of when we had W-2 paychecks? When I knew for sure I work 40 hours, I'm going to get $1,500. Or I work 40 hours again, I'm going to get $3,000 this month. Or if you're paid monthly, you're going to get $4,000 or $5,000 per month guaranteed. As an entrepreneur, I don't know what that dollar amount is going to look like. So I have to budget accordingly. Some days I may make $500 per day. Other days I may make $100 per day. Some days I make $0. So having a budget is going to be imperative in order to function in your business. The uncertainty does make me anxious even now. We've been entrepreneurs for years, and my husband will say, Kim, you still thinking with a W-2 mindset. That's W-2. Because I'm like, well, what about this or what about that? He already knows in his mind, and that's why some people do better as entrepreneurs than others. I'm more willy-nilly, as you hear some of my conversations about, this will happen and that'll happen. And I talk about planning, but when it comes to my money, I want to know every first of the month I have this. And as an entrepreneur, you do not know that. So what do I recommend in those cases? Make sure you have a savings, okay? Before you even start your business, have at least $500 or $600. Have something to the side to fall back on. And that's not a lot of money, $500 or $600, when you're trying to be a full-time entrepreneur. But something is going to be better than nothing. At least $1,000, I would say. Have it set in a savings account that you do not touch. It's not a part of your business before you get your business started, especially if you're going to be a full-time business owner or full-time business boss, okay? Because you want to make sure you have a little reserve in case something happens. And again, you won't make sales every day. I don't care what industry you are in. People cancel appointments. You thinking, I got this appointment. I got 5 appointments lined up, and you living your life based on 5 appointments. And then that person says, I'm sick, or I had a death in the family. And now they cancel whatever service they were getting from you. And you're messed up. We cannot let our whole business be dependent upon somebody calling us or because they booked with us. You do hair, you got 10 appointments scheduled, and in that kind of industry too, lawn service, whatever you're doing. It could be a cake order. They say, I need 500 cupcakes for the school function. But then the power goes out at the school, or either the weather is bad and they close the school. So now your whole business is affected. You see what I mean by the uncertainty of it all? You just don't know. So for me, that's my number one thing I hate about being an entrepreneur. The uncertainty of knowing how much money I have. And because of that, it makes me become a lot more stricter on budgets, having plans, and you have to plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. Number 2 is the long hours and stress. the long hours. I work harder now as an entrepreneur with my businesses, with my YouTube channel, with my podcast, with my mentorship, with my training than I ever did at my other job. At my other job, I worked at the Children's Hospital, and I worked what's called PRN, or I worked part-time, I worked full-time. I had to set hours, okay? Either it was 9 to 5, 7 to 3, 10 to 6, whatever it was set. So when I left that hospital job, I left it. Nobody called me and said, hey, Kim, where's this? Hey, Kimmi, where's that? No, when I left the job, it was over. As an entrepreneur, though, I'm working 24/7. Literally, I'm handling customer service issues. Somebody cannot access their course. It's like, I have to do that. I am the it. And it really should be 6 things. That's why I said I work 24/7. People say, what time do you close? Whatever you need. Because if I have a client, like I just said, one of my students can't access a course, I have to do that. They may be trying to log onto a live that I'm doing on YouTube and they can't. Now I have to, that's a customer service issue. I don't get to outsource that. Or I have ideas pop in my mind all the time. So I'm constantly writing down things so I don't forget. I have a video idea. I'm like, oh, I want to talk about that. So my mind is constantly working toward my business. When I left my hospital job, it was it. That's it. It's over. Turned off. As an entrepreneur, you working 24/7. The clock is going because you're always thinking about ideas. You know, you have different deadlines that you have to meet, different stress levels. You know, before, if the hospital opened or not, that wasn't my problem. That's the CEO problem of the hospital. But now I'm the business boss over here. So if something doesn't go right, it's me. You know, if a client needs something and I need to be there, I'm the one who have to schedule it. I'm the scheduler. I'm the collector if they don't want to pay their bill. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the videographer. I'm the content creator. I am the creator. You know what I mean? So it's always something to do when you're trying to run your own business. So just be aware that it's not going to be, oh, like you see on TV, I'm a business boss and or whatever, and I work 5 hours per week. Eventually, but when you're getting started and you're building, you're creating, you're grinding, it's all on you. It's all on you. And it's not going to be as pretty as, oh, I only work 4 hours, you know. Bye, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to the Bahamas. I'm going to Jamaica. No, you're working. You're working. So just be aware. So number 2. Number 3 is just the uncertainty and the risk and constant fear of failure. Everything is on you. Do people like me? You know, do my clients like me? It can be emotionally draining, especially doing social media. And I do a lot of social media, and you do wonder, you know, am I young enough? Do my hair look okay? You know, how do I look? You know, how do I feel? Will people tell that, you know, I'm from the South, I'm from the North? Is my accent too thick? So you're always worried about what people think about you, you know, and fear of failure is real too. What does that look like? Everybody's depending on me. So you created this business. You got everybody all pumped up. You got 2 or 3 family members working with you. And then it's like everything falls on your shoulders. So you don't want to fail. Your neighbors know. Your cousins know. She started this new business, but it ain't doing nothing. You know, haters gonna hate, right? They are. But all of that can add a little bit more anxiety. Like, again, the reputation of the hospital that I worked at or whatever other jobs I had. Yeah, I was concerned because I worked there. But was that my priority? Was it on my shoulders if they marketed and we look good? That was on them. But now anything I do, the reviews that I receive in my business, you know, a client may leave a bad review. I've had that happen once or twice. It's not that often, okay? Because your girl provides good customer service. But the once or twice it happened, I question everything. I'm like, oh, was I too mean to that person? Oh, was I too nice to that person? You know, were you too lenient? Because sometimes that's what, you know, the people you're the nicest to sometimes are the ones that do you the worst when it comes to business, you know, occasionally. So you're wondering, did I overcharge? You know, should I have gotten there sooner? Was I late? You know, what was how did they perceive me? You know, so you are thinking about that, and it is constantly in your mind. So that's another thing that I don't like about being an entrepreneur. It's just a little bit added stress. Okay. Another thing is the isolation. Number 4 is the isolation of being an entrepreneur. Quite frankly, a lot of your friends, they not going to understand you. They not going to understand. They're going to tell you, girl, you need to go get you a 9 to 5. Why are you trying to build this business? Why are you trying to do that? Why are you putting all that on yourself? Right? But they're not going to understand. They're going to be like, girl, you need to do ABC. Or boy, God, come on, go get you a job. Dude, why are you trying to do this? And they're not going to understand. So it's an isolating, a form of isolation because they don't understand it. I grind in my business. And I know that word is overrated, but people like, girl, you eat, sleep, and think about that all the time. Yes, I do, because this is how we eat. I do eat about this business. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to understand. So you're trying to share your goals. You're trying to share your vision. You're trying to share the plan. And they're looking at you like, yeah, you need to go do something different. And that's hard, especially you already know you're passionate about it. You know you can make your business work. You know you're a business boss, but everybody else is around you, all the chatter, trying to just get the chatter out. And you may be accustomed to working with a team. When I worked at my other jobs, I had a manager, assistant manager, you have the admin person, you got your co-workers, you got all this team of people that can help make things happen. But when you are the entrepreneur, as I stated earlier, you are the it. It starts with you, it ends with you. Everything in the middle is all about you. Okay? So this is another thing that you have to think about. It's not going to be an easy road. A lot of times you will be by yourself. My husband and I do the business together, but I'm still a lot of times semi kind of isolated because my mind is constantly working. What can we do in the business to make it better? I'm constantly like that. He's able to say, you know what? We're going to work on the business from 9 to 5. Boom. That's it. That's it. We're done. I don't work like that. I'm constantly thinking, I'm like, oh, that's an idea. Oh, I could make this course. Oh, I could sell that. You see what I mean? So even though we do the business together, the way we process things are completely different. Number 5 is work-life balance. Work-life balance. And what do I mean by that? Again, a lot of times people will tell you, girl, you get your own business and you see jet setters on TV and it look all glamorous and YouTube, and I got my business and now I'm over in Jamaica, or I got my business and now I'm over in the Bahamas. No, there is no work-life balance. This kind of goes along with the long hours and stress that we talked about earlier. When you are initially starting, you want to make sure you keep your relationships intact. What do I mean by that? You have to create a little work-life balance. You do, because you're grinding, you're hustling, trying to get that business going. But if you do not, your marriage is going to fail. If you do not, your children will be in group homes and detention centers and all that, and you're going to feel bad. So you have to learn how to get that work-life balance. And it's not easy because, again, as I said, for the 5th time, if you ain't here for the people in the back, there is no work-life balance because you're constantly thinking. If you're a creator, especially one like myself, your mind is constantly going. And most entrepreneurs, we do have that natural thing, and that's where we just want to keep thinking. And I got 5 projects going on as I'm filming this video in my mind. I'm like, I could do this video. So it can cause a strain and can lead to burnout. And you get to the point where, I don't feel like filming. I don't feel like marketing. I don't feel like doing my reviews. I don't feel like answering them people, because you got to answer your reviews. When people leave a review on your Google page or whatever for your business. And I've experienced burnout. I really have. For me, burnout looked like, I don't feel like doing none of that. Like I just said, I don't feel like filming. I don't feel like it. It's been times when I've had scripts that I wanted to do, but I couldn't do it because mentally I was not there. You'll hear that a lot with creators. They're like, burnout, see you in 2 weeks, I'm going on vacation. And they just shut the whole thing down. Now, I prefer not to do that because it can cause your business to suffer. And I've experienced that. I did that 1 week. I went on vacation. I did not post anything. And I felt it in my pocketbook. I felt it in my wallet, in my bank account, whatever you want to say. The money was not there. So if you don't work, you don't eat. As an entrepreneur, if you don't work, you don't eat. And that's just as plain as day. So again, just to recap, I always like to kind of put it in a nutshell for you. The 5 things I hate about most being an entrepreneur is the financial uncertainty, the long hours and stress sometimes, the uncertainty and risk that goes along with having your own business where everything goes you're the it, basically. You are the marketer. You're the accountant. You're the postal person to get the mail there. You know what I'm saying? You the insurance person. You the everything. The isolation of it all. People just don't understand when you are running a business that, yes, your business is important to you. It is your baby. And they don't understand that. It's like, why you keep talking about that? You know, and then last but not least, again, work-life balance. It will not be perfect. It's not going to be 50-50. It ain't going to be 70-80. Some days of the week, it'll be better than others. Other times, you will strictly be working on your business. Your family going to have to understand that. But at other times, you need to understand your family needs you. And you have to put the business on hold, whatever that looks like. So you do have to try to do some kind of work-life balance. But again, know what I tell you. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, but it's the most rewarding thing you will ever do. All right, bosses, I'll see y'all in the next video. And for all things business related, don't forget, check out businesscreatorszone.com. businesscreatorszone.com. All right, we're building businesses. All right, bosses, until next time, peace. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Business Life with Kimmi Podcast. We hope you have enjoyed the insights and strategies shared and that you gain valuable knowledge on how to elevate your content and grow your business. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to watch the Business Life with Kimmi YouTube channel. Visit us at businesscreatorzone.com for all things business related and even more resources. We wish you much success. Until next time, bye.